Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, the question that I would like to answer is, in 1 John chapter 5 verse 4, what is meant by, "For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith." So what John meant here is that when God Almighty is with somebody and his spirit is in a person, that person will not be interested in the world and all its lusts. That spirit that, makes people to appreciate the achievements of worldly men and to fall in love with what our hands can create is not in them. The things of God are more interesting to them. And it's from that interest and love for the things of God that allows them to build faith, which leads them to gain victory over the world, according to Romans chapter 10, verse 17. In other words, right, as Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 11 to 14, there's a spirit of the world and there's a spirit of God. So when you have the spirit of God, that is what strengthens you to overcome the lusts of the flesh and the lusts of the eyes and the pride of life that John spoke of in 1 John chapter 2 from verse 15 to 17. So in that sense, you're gaining victory over the world. A typical example of this is St. Paul. He did not struggle to avoid greediness and worldly lusts because those were just not attractive to him. He never coveted the possessions and money of others, as he himself confessed in Acts chapter 20 verses 33 to 34. Neither did he wish that he was chosen to do something more worldly. In fact, he was quite the opposite, actually. He came from a worldly occupation, right? Well, not even just worldly. It was an evil occupation, punishing Christians. He went from that to doing the work of God, as he explained in 1 Timothy chapter 1 from verse 11 to 17, and Galatians chapter 1 from verse 11 to 16, and so on. And because such things came naturally to him, it was possible for him to endure afflictions, persecution, and hatred that came as a result of his ministry, as he himself boasted of in 2 Corinthians chapter 11 from verse 24 to 27. Therefore, if you see yourself craving the things of this world, or sympathizing with worldly interests, and being biased towards the things that mankind highly esteems, which, as Christ said, are an abomination in the sight of God, if you recall Luke chapter 16, verse 15, then you are not born of God. You do not have the Spirit of God. But if you see yourself doing the opposite, in any matter you're always on the side of God, as stated in the Scriptures, and you prefer to let the ways of God guide you, as the psalmist said in Psalm 119, verse 105, rather than the ways suggested by the world. If you're that kind of individual, then you are born of God. And it's the Spirit of God that's allowing you to suppress and mortify the spirit of the world in you so that the righteousness of God can thrive. So that is where I'm going to stop on answering that question. In 1 John chapter 5 verse 4, what is meant by, "For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith." If you enjoyed the way I broke this verse down, I would appreciate if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification bell to know when we come back with our next video. Have a great day, and God bless you.